We sometimes have celebrity sightings. Well, now we have the biggest man in red celebrity sightings. And no, I'm not talking about Santa Claus. I'm talking about Randy Pringle. Randy puts on the BBT as well as the staff of John and all your favorites. And I wanted to say thank you, Randy. We're going into our 3rd year of being a sponsor, Ben Green Insurance Agency of the BBT. I wanted to say thank you for that opportunity and thank all the anglers of the BBT who've supported my business from
you know, and I appreciate you even saying this. The Best Bass Tournaments is all about family. Sherry and I are family oriented. With my family and her family, we're still all close together. And when we bring into a sponsor and or a partner, we want to help that partner and move them into where we can take our family and friends, which is all the anglers, all of their sponsors, because I know you've gotten businesses from the businesses, right. So that works out well. And I know that you've got a lot of boats, because my boat was transferred over to you when we realized that I was covered, but not in some of the right ways. Right. And I said, holy smokes, let's take a look at auto. So because we have a UTV and we added a motorhome this year, but I have a truck and I have my wife's car and I already have my boat done. So you looked into that and I go, okay, so your quote was higher.
Yes.
It was higher. So I said, okay, you're gonna have to explain to me, because you know, I'm a penny pincher up to a point.
Sure.
And you are a good guy and I want to support your company. And then you went over with me. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen that are listening out there, what he showed me of what I was covered and what I wasn't covered, there were several things that I was not covered by motorists that didn't have insurance, that it was, you know, their fault and they got no money. And there was a couple of issues. And looking at that stuff, I went, man, you know what? This doesn't work out. So I think it was like $40 difference, and that $40 turned out to be a lifesaver, because of course everybody knows that I got sideswiped and it was fixed instantly on my vehicle. So we transferred my vehicle, we got the motorhome, I've got my boat, I've got Sherry's car, and I've got my UTV, because you do those things too, and because if I ever roll off with my duck hunting. And then I go, okay, let's look at the house, because houses, you know, a lot of times you have your house a long time. We've had our house over 19 years now, and having a house that long, you don't know what, if something really happens or a fire, what's the value of what it was versus what you're paying. And there's a lot of little things like that, and a lot of stuff that's going on that just don't really know about house insurance. So explain some of that to me, what I was going through.
We looked at the different coverages, and one of the things that we uncovered was personal liability. A lot of people don't really know about personal liability. I'm not going to tap into it too much, other than the fact you're out at the golf course, you four off a golf ball, it hits somebody and causes bodily injury to them, you're responsible for it. And the other part of that component is, in your situation, we added what's called a personal umbrella. And that's an umbrella, it's an extra liability layer, very affordable. And that goes over your boat in a lot of cases, your auto, and your personal liability. If you have kids and they're at soccer game and they're playing soccer and they end up hurting another child, you could be sued for that. And this is what the liability is in place for. A lot of folks don't know that. And you can even get that a renter's policy if you don't own a home. You want to talk to us about it.
You know, so I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to go and you're looking at insurance, which nobody wants to look into insurance, right, but saving money, saving problems for the future, and not having any worries, less stress, less gray hairs, it's important. Ben Green Insurance, Ben Green, has saved all those little worries. I don't have to worry anymore. He calls me and says, hey, did you know? No, I didn't. Okay, here's what we need to do. That's what's important. Dealing with somebody that is one of us, one of the anglers, one of the guys that's going out there, you know, he comes to the events from Southern California all the way to Northern California. He's all over the place. And I can tell you what, I truly trust Ben Green Insurance to do my insurance. He's got everything covered on my end.
This is my community. Bass fishing is my life. This is my livelihood. I wish my skills were that level of a professional fisherman, but realistically, that's what I am. I'm out here in the fishing community. This is what we do. So I appreciate all of you. I definitely appreciate BBT, you, Randy, and your wife, Sherry, getting everything together with us, and I appreciate it. Look forward to another year.
It's been a pleasure for the last 3 years getting to know you, and I couldn't ask for a better guy taking care of what's behind me and in front of me.
Sweet.